This poll tells me that you have no regard for my well-being. Hi, everybody. This is That Brown Bat, back for another Let's Build. And before you ask, what happened to Voskessel Street? It's still there. Stuff happened, and it's still there. I just have to continue it. I just got to a point where I'm like, I don't know where to go because I don't want to put too much stuff in the toy box and where it doesn't work. And I kind of reached a dead end because that's what happens when you go off a set. You know, like a set, like a movie set, instead of like a world created for exploration. So movie sets have an end and they don't make sense. So I went off the movie set and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Anyway, so it's on hold until I get some new insight and revelation on that. Anyway, a while ago, about 3.5 years ago, I had an identity crisis, or whatever you want to call it, and it definitely was not midlife, because I'm not close to midlife yet, I don't think. So some might say yes, but anyway, I was going through some stupid stuff. Anyway, and my PS4 ended up meeting its maker. And actually not, because I don't think, can you consider the landfill was not his maker? Anyway, I had some issues. And anyway, all my stuff is gone. Some of y'all out there were able to download my stuff before they pulled the plug on Disney Infinity. And kudos to you. I've seen you guys playing it online in the last couple years. Some of the stuff like Hoth and Jabba's Palace. And it's really... It warms the cockles of my heart. So anyway, I'm going through and trying to recreate some of the things, but better. And then as I was building this, I had this idea or thought or epiphany. It's actually when I got to the control room where they located Princess Leia. I said, either this is really big or I make it small, and I scaled it down. I said, if I'm going to make this small, should I make the hanger small? As you can see, this is not small. This is smaller than probably the original toy box I made. But I'm going to make it tinier. And I posted some pictures of it. I'm not going to show it to you because I'm just going to start the Let's Build. So strap yourself in and let's go. I'm going to start a new toy box here. All right, and now, because we're making this smaller, guess what? We can fit more pieces in, right? That's my theory. I don't plan on building this as big as the original. Well, actually, the original was part of a big game. I redid. It was my attempt to redo the story of A New Hope. And really quickly. And I think I did a good job. I didn't do it perfect, but... So just follow along, children. Alright, so we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long tiny blocks, and we have 1 short block in the middle. So we're just going to go 1 and short. So long, short. Long, 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 long. Okay, and then we're going to go a 6x6. I stand corrected. A 3x3. A 3x3. Long skinny one. A 3x3. This should be easier than what I've done originally, because it took me 5 hours to figure out this, because I didn't have it written on graph paper. But, you know, like it or not, but some of you don't know that one of the reasons I had originally left was to take care of my ministry duties that I had at the time. And So when I get, I talk about the Bible sometimes, and hang on, this is, we want 3. I want to delete this one, but I just need it there as a placeholder. But anyway, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain, and I think that that little tidbit of advice works in every area, even building Disney Infinity toy boxes. All right, so this is where the maintenance elevator is going to be. All right, apparently I forgot to draw something in here, but that's okay. All right. I'm lining this up. There is a rhyme and reason to this, and the rhyme and reason is this is a source of heavy traffic, spaceship traffic, and because it's spaceship traffic, we need to put in those arrows. And in the past, what I would do is I would go to the Tron set, or the Tron theme, and I would use that for the lines, you know, kind of like when I did the Starkiller base. But anyway, I'm not doing that. I'm going to Simple Toys, and I'm getting the wedge block, right? And I'm going to theme that plastic. Okay, there we go. Now let's get this lined up. We want it to come to a point. I'm going to bring it up here just so I can line it up better. So it's going to go right here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a replayer. I'm going to put that down there like that. And did I? Go over far enough? The answer was no. Just like that. You can see. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the off spaces with the Death Star theme. So I'm going to go up 2 full blocks like that and do another one. Okay. And we're going to do it 3 times. So this will be number 3. 2 full blocks. There's 1, 2. Now, it's not 100% perfect in regards to the movie because, well, we don't have everything to scale with what we want. So we're just kind of making it okay. Got it? Okay. All right, so now what I have here is I have a space there, a space there, and then I proceed to making the right-hand side. Just like this. Okay, and then instead of having 3 up on the right-hand side, we're going to go only 2. 1, 2. And the reason being, again, is because we have that big gaping hole there, the maintenance elevator. There might be another. Oh, I had these on record. You know, I'll put those back in later. All right, so I was going to say something. I don't know. Wasn't that important. Clear and playback. All right. Something about the maintenance elevator. So I'm not going to delete this. I'm just going to keep it there and put another one there. And the new one, I'm going to hit record on this. And I'm going to go and get the trigger areas. Up 3. I did not set my timer, so I'm not sure if this episode is going to be 30 minutes, an hour and a half. I don't want it to be an hour and a half just because my internet speed restrictions on my uploads. And boy, let me tell you, my phone gets hot. I upload all my videos through my phone. That's thing. And since I've been in Texas, this is number 3. Remember my number 3? This is, number 3. The previous 2 actually exploded. All right, so in this one, when you're done putting those down, if you notice I put 2 down for each one, don't clear it. Just hit stop. Because if you clear it and play it back, they're not going to have the effect that you want. All right, so leave that alone, and I'm going to go. You have 2 options. You can go simple toys and use the wedge blocks and theme them to the Death Star, or you can go to the terrain pieces. I'm going to use the terrain pieces, and to me, the terrain pieces have more of the reflection on them. The smooth roughness there. It's an oxymoron, isn't it? They're more smooth. They hold more of a, I don't want to say reflection because it's not metallic. All right, so this allows you to do that. Not just because we have the trigger area, because we hit it on record, replayed it, and put a trigger area there. So all of those things in conjunction with each other. So I'm just going through here and filling in the diagonal gaps on all of these. Then we'll go back and put the square ones in afterwards. This reminds me of one of those Fisher-Price games, or no, Tupperware. I think it was Tupperware games that I had when I was a kid. Yeah, it was Tupperware. I don't know. Younglings today might not know what Tupperware. Tupperware is a plastic. They pretty much made pots and pans and cookingware and storage stuff. All right, we're done with this one too. But they also made toys because what parents would do back in the 70s and 80s, mostly, I would say 80s. I think Tupperware was an 80s thing, maybe late 70s, but I grew up in the 80s, not 70s. So anybody who says boomer, you know what to do. Watch your mouth. You find yourself floating home. Boomers were baby boomers in the 60s. 80s kids are not boomers. We're Gen Xers. Anyway, and people throw out terminology like they know what they're talking about and they don't know squat. So anyway, they would have these parties, parents would have parties, and so Tupperware made these toys because it was usually the mothers that had the parties and the mothers took care of the kids. So they had Tupperware parties. They get all their friends together and sell pretty much a bunch of useless bowls and dishes and cups and stuff like that and waste dad's money. But they had toys there, and they had this thing where this thing with shapes in it, so the kids could just put triangle in the triangle slot and the circle in the circle slot. Anyway, let's take care of this and go to just go to unfilter, go to building set 5. All right, so here I'm using the Death Star ones, the really long ones. And I don't want everything to be the same, so I'm using the No Man is an Island. It's No Manisian. Shut up! And I'm using the No Manisian ones just to break the monotony, break the... to make it not the same. Break it up! Do-do-do, break it up! And I don't... Yeah, we do have not Z fighting. We do have gaps showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the walls. I think. I don't know. First thing I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to put a bottom in there. See if I can load inside. Nope. I just want to see if I can see. Can we see through that? Yeah, you can see light poking through. If that's an issue, then cover it up. Cover it up. Do-do-do. Cover it up. Dance all night. Do-do-do. Don't ask me questions. Ask me no more questions. I'll tell you no more lies. Something, something, something. Dun, 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 dun. What was it? Oh, that song we used to sing when we were kids. It was an excuse to... It was an excuse to swear. Ask me no more questions. Tell you no more lies. Jimmy went to heaven. Susie went to hello operator. Never mind. Don't. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Anyway. All right. That's it for the floor. All right. That's it for this episode. No, not really. All right, so that's that for the floor. So this one is done. That was the easy part. And now let's go for the walls. Tom Petty had a really good song called Walls. Some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. Now, this is all going to be covered up, so if it wasn't going to be covered up, I would say rotate them. So maybe we want to get into the practice of rotating these. I have a problem. You know what my problem is? According to my drawing, I'm supposed to have one more. What am I missing on the floor? Did I? Oh, that's. You know what I'm missing? The back ledge. That. Now, don't worry about the seams looking like a messed up thing, because it does look like a hodgepodge of mess. I mean, you can, like I said, you're going to have a different sheen if you do this. But see how flat that is? Yeah, that's Bondo. Once we turn the Sky Dome to the Empire's weapon, it's gonna be better. It's gonna kind of hide. It's gonna hide it and just show you pretty much the reflective part of it, or the shiny part of it, instead of the bumps. It looks like bumps. Okay. Got that. Oh, let's turn the corner here. And turn the corner here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we got that done. Let's bring the top part over how many? Yes. Oh. Put one block there. I'm gonna go over, and then the last one will be one block, just like that. Okay, so now we have that. Let's get our replayer out again. And let's put 2, because I'm going to need that for the trigger areas. Hit record. Record. And go to Simple Toys. And we're going to get our long blocks. Just like that. Hit clear. Hit playback. Alright, now hit record on that one, and let's put our trigger areas down. Just like that. Hit stop. Don't clear it, just hit stop. And go over this one, hit record again. And go back to your Simple Toys. By the way, because I know somebody's going to do it, if you grab a hold of this to try to get a new one, it's going to ruin the trick. So I figured I would say that now before somebody accidentally does it, not paying attention, and then emails me or puts a comment saying it doesn't work. So if you do that, what I just did, just clear it again, play it back, and don't do that again. Is it recording? Oh, we do need to record it though for this particular instance. Now, because this is all solid, one solid color, there's not going to be any Z fighting. Alright, I can still put record on that. And I'm going to go like this. And go like that. Clear. Playback. Now, alternatively, yeah. You could spend 3 hours on hooking every single one of these pieces to a path creator. And then having your game crash every 30 minutes because the game hates path creators. I didn't need to clear that and play it back, but it shouldn't hurt anything. It does hurt things. All right, shouldn't have done that. What if I reverse playback? Do I get my regular pieces back in there? No! Isn't that messed up? So I never knew that. I thought it would play it back. That is so weird. So we broke it. All right, hang on. We're gonna start. Well, I'm not gonna start the entire thing over. I just messed up. Hit record, and I'm gonna. Oh. I'm gonna get rid of some of these pieces, and then do it again. Because not everything loaded in as it should have, and I hope this doesn't break things and make too many pieces. Play it back. Alright, we should be good to go. There should only be one here. Yes. I can test it out quickly without ruining it. It will require a path creator, but don't... Here, I'm just going to delete that because it'll mess it up. If I keep it, I'll accidentally hit clear again. Clear that out and delete that. Alright, so this is what I was talking about with the path creator. to test to make sure I didn't put too many pieces in there, because technically I could have put like an infinite amount of pieces in there. I should only have the one holding the gap. Yeah. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. I didn't think it did, but I just wanted to double check. Because you're not going to get any Z fighting, so it's going to be very hard to tell if you put too many pieces down there. All right. So now it's seamless, and that is our entrance. All right. So next thing is to put the things. The doors and stuff. And so, wrong size. I gotta measure this out. And stuff to think. I'm gonna go over here. Start over here. Okay. So we have that wall. Now, I'm going to flesh this out. These are going to be the balcony or overhang, whatever you want to call it. Catwalk is going to be 2 high all the way across. Okay. It's probably a stupid thing for me to do is fill the entire thing in. All right, so that. Now we got to do a door. And this is, it's going to look weird once you, but it's not going to look bad. It's just going to look, well, let's just do it, because if we go double high or 2 high, like we normally do it, then the doors look too tall. All right, so I am going to go to unfiltered and go to building set 5 again. And I'm going to use the Nominisian crates because they also work for vents. And I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then take that and drop that down. Actually, we're going to replace those. But I'm just trying to fill this out here. And that should work like that. And give me the wedge block. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now there's a door here. If you watch the movie, there's an angled door here. There's a control station, another door, control station, and another door at another angle. So it'd be at the same. So this is like this, and then the last door would be like this. I'm not putting this door in at an angle because it's going to be nearly impossible. This one is because it's going to be a fake door. Okay, so you'll see it once it's done, and how it's going to be fake. It's going to. You don't have to try too hard to see what I'm getting at. That's what I'm telling you. It's going to look. When I tell you it's going to look like a door, it's going to look like a door. So, Simple Toys. And I'm going to theme these the Death Star floor grate. And see, we're going to be like that. Now for that one in the middle, doesn't matter if you put that piece or another piece in there, just as long as you fill it in. Okay, now does it look like a door yet? No, but we're gonna put stuff in front of it that's gonna, just walking by it, it's gonna look like a door. All right, so should we go along? Yeah, I think we will flesh out around the corner here. And that's gonna go here like this, and then I'm just gonna steal one of these Normanician crates and go 1, 2, 3. Bring that down like that. And then 1, 2, 3 down. That's going to be a computer control console. And then Normanician crates. Actually, these are crates too. 1, 2. And that is going to be the tiny door, the small door. That's the door that our group comes out of. And when they come back to the Falcon. Again, normally that would be on an angle like this, but again, we don't have the mechanics for it. I'm sure somebody could conceive a way to get it to do something like that, but no. All right, so let's start with this door. Simple Toys. We want the ramp. We want a ramp block, and we're gonna theme this to. Now, I wish we had the standard Death Star gray or a gray that matched that. I think the closest we have, it's not this. I think it's rock. Nope. Now, if we had pieces like this in the terrain, would be better off. But we're still gonna have good things. So we want this to go in there like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that, and get our replayer. Hit record. All right. Put that in there like that, and then same thing on that side. Hit clear. Hit playback. Get the trigger area out. Put one there. Put one there. Hit record again. Now instead of the ramp, get the balcony piece. And you're just going to go like that. And like that. Hit clear again. Hit playback. And I don't think we need record anymore. So you're just going to now get a square block. And that blends in perfectly with no Z fighting. But we're still going to cover that up. Well, you can see a little bit of Z fighting if you're looking. We're still going to cover it up because it does look weird. But before we do that, a word from our sponsor. Just kidding. Ain't nothing wrong with sponsors, but I ain't got no sponsors. Actually, if you don't believe in the product you're selling, don't sell it. Now, the closest thing I got to anything that looks remotely good is go to unfiltered, go to building set 5. And we're going to get the Death Star light panel, even though these were not there. They didn't have Death Star light panels on the doors in the hangar bay, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we want the lights to go down like that. And if you don't know, these actually stick flush to the walls better than better than the thin block walls. All right, so I want to set this here. So move that out of the way. Slide this down. I'm gonna, well, you know what? I'll put that in later. Put one there, put one there. And that'll allow us to put those in like so. And let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. All right, so now if you're walking up here, you don't want to see that. So now we have to hide that. And get the small floor. And I'm going to do this once and then take care of it, the remainder afterwards, like the last thing, just so I'm not changing constantly the themes. Now, I would say do this sparingly because you don't need to code everything. And also, if I put a simple toy on top of a terrain piece, you get Z fighting. So keep that in mind. They're beveled differently, so they're not made for that. Okay, now on to this one. Let me get another replayer. Oh, let me get rid of this one. Make it fresh, make it new. Just like glue or something. Hit record. All right, we don't need those pieces. Simple toys, get the ramps. Same exact thing. Hit clear. One there. Probably back it up there. All right, playback. Hit record. Do I have a balcony piece in favorites? I do. Clear. Playback. Now get the cube. Like that. Like that. And while we're at it, how about our short floor, small floor? 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. All right, and we're gonna. That should be good. So if I just delete those for now. I don't want the long one. Here's a short one. Put one there. Put one there. Don't grab a hold of that one. Oh. All right, there's that. See, when you're standing there, it makes sense. The height, right? But when you're just looking at it, it just kind of look weird, right? To me, it does. All right, so now here. Well, let's take care of this door, and then we'll come back here. Rid of that, rid of that. Replayer. Record. Doesn't matter what one we use first. Use the balcony or the ramp. But you see what I did? These are going to be a little bit smaller. This one's actually going to, even though it's going in between, or it looks like half, it's still going to be one. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's going to be one block in between, as opposed to over here where it's actually two, because I'm not counting the gap in there. All right, anyway, clear. Playback. Trigger area. I think we can get by with one, but doesn't matter. Ramp block. 1, 2. Oh, hold on, back out. I didn't hit record. Record. Hit clear. Playback. Put our cube in there. Just like that. All right. We're done with that. Done with that. All right, and here, that might take care of both of those. Set that aside. Get our panel. One there. One there. One there. And floor there. Get rid of that. All right, now, simple toys. Short block wall. And we're going to put the panels in like there. But these are going to be the Death Star vents. Or floor grate, whatever. That in there like that. That in there like that. I'm not going to put them on the ceiling here. I do have to put them on the ceiling here. I forgot to do those. But if I put them on the ceiling here, because we have these is... Actually, I think I can. See, this right here is hidden. If I change this... Oh, yeah, perfect. So I don't need these as the walls. I can just put them in the ceiling. Yeah. Anyway, if you put the ceiling on top of the wall, you're going to get Z fighting. But since I have this going on, I think we're good. Now, I'm going to put a panel on here. I'm going to need a path creator to get that. But before I do that, I'm going to want to put a computer console in there. So we'll have to go into the interior to get that. But let me take care of this here first. Let me find modern. Probably went too far. There we go. 1, 2. Alright, now, since we're all done with the modern theme, I can go back over here and theme, or set the theme to the Death Star floor. And go across all of the Nominisian crates. All right. Let us save the game. All right, let's get Game Maker, door, properties, destination, new interior. Pick a name, doesn't matter. Go inside. Get your Brave or the Kiln plate. Either one will work. New logic connection activated. Hit the door and change level. Get out of spark mode. Jump on your panel. Hit select. Hit yes. Alright. We want electronics. And the computer we want is this one. And that is going to go in there like that. And we're going to put this in over here like this. That should suffice. Putting it right there. And let's see. There's another computer I want to give the guy to control. I don't know. They put it in some of the video games. They put a lot of stuff in video games. You can stand there and conduct traffic or something. And decorations or accent and decor. Get some boxes. The Imperial crates. They're called Lethal crates because I'm not sure exactly how I want to position these. I can reposition them later. We have other stuff that we can put in there as well. One of the things I don't want to do, I'm just going to put a hefty amount down here because what I can do, not a hefty amount, maybe 3. I can use the replayer to get them to go where they don't normally go. But we have barrels under the cars, toys as well. I don't want to put too many things here, and I don't want to cover that up. It's probably good. Was there something else? Probably, yes. I guess. Whatever, we can always go back in if we need. Go to decorations and get the fantasy terrain strip 1 and set it to the Death Star. Alright, and we're going to go all the way to the end over here, and then here we're just going to skip 1 like that, and we're good to go. Alright. And next time I'll probably get this finished up next time, I think. This particular room. But anyway, we got to do the doors, and I like to put railings around there, but we don't have a corner railing, so maybe I'll just leave the railings alone. But there's a couple windows we got to put up here. The ceiling's no big deal. And we got to put an elevator and controls there. And then the TIE fighter stuff for this, what do you call it? I don't know what it's called. TIE fighters hang from it. In the drawings, not in the movie. Anyway, until next time, remember to keep on building.